earlier video, I had discussed about differentiability of a multivariable function and Jacobian of a matrix. But sorry to say, we had done some printing mistake to define Jacobian of a matrix. So let's again see what is the Jacobian of a matrix in vector field. Let A subset of Rn and small a belongs to interior of A. We all of us know what is the interior of A. Since here the vector, that means consider this is A, which is subset of Rn. Consider a point A, and interior of A means this open ball. Every point lies in this open ball. Then this point be the member of this open ball, be of A epsilon, where epsilon be the radius of this ball, is the points of interior of A. Okay? So consider A belongs to interior of A and consider a function f from A to Rm be a vector field which is differentiable at a point small a with total derivatives t equal to d of f equal to a prime a. Then we shall find a matrix representation of the linear transformation T from Rn to Rm, and let U1 E2 En and U1 U2 Um be the standard ordered basis for Rn to Rm. Okay? Therefore, the matrix representation of T with respect to standard basis denoted by T equal to d of Fm, which is equal to a prime a, and which is equal to also di fja, which is actually the m cross n matrix, and which is denoted as, first row is d1 f1a, d2 f1a, dn f1a, and the second row of the matrix is d1 f2a, d2 f2a up to dn fna, f2a, and mth row of the matrix will be d1 fma, d2 fma up to dn fma, which is the matrix of m cross n order. Therefore, this matrix is nothing but first row is gradient of f1, second row is gradient of f2, and mth row is gradient of fm at the point A, and this is actually called Jacobian matrix at the point A. Now I will see what is the linear map or linear transformation. Actually, I will discuss this part in vector algebra, but to define the differentiability in multivariable calculus, we have to some basic idea about the linear transformation. So just say what is the linear transformation. Let V1 and V2 be the vector space over the field F. Means we are belong to specific vector. Sometimes it is row vector or column vector, sometimes it is space of matrices, or sometimes it is space of polynomial, etc. Some vector space. Then a function which is defined as T from V1 to V2 is called linear map if it satisfies these two conditions. First condition, T of u plus v, that means if we take two arbitrary vector from V1 and add them, then after adding this vector transform to those elements which is equal to the transformation of u plus the transformation of this v vector, where this vector u and v belongs to the space V1. Are you getting this discussion? Well, and second property is T of alpha times v equal to alpha times T of v. That means if you take a vector and multiply with scalar, then this is obviously equal to alpha times T of V. As for example, consider a mapping T from V1 to V2, where V1 be the set of polynomial of degree 3 and whose all coefficient is belong to real number, and V2 be the set of polynomial with degree 2 less than or equal to 2 whose all coefficient be the real number. Okay, and the mapping is look like T of Px equal to P prime x. Now let's verify, is this mapping is linear map? Consider 2, here the vector is look like polynomial. Consider 2 arbitrary polynomial Px plus Qx belongs to V1. Then this would be by the defined map Px plus Qx prime. Okay, and we in calculus we all of us know this value equal to P prime x plus Q prime x, which is equal to T of Px plus T of Qx. Okay, and similarly T of alpha Px by the defined mapping, this would be alpha Px prime, and by the rules of calculus this is always equal to alpha P prime x. That means this is equal to alpha Tx. Okay, sorry, not Tx, this is T of Px. Therefore, our condition of linearity has satisfied here. So we can tell easily this mapping is linear mapping. Are you getting the linear transformation? Other example, T from Rn to Rm and defined mapping is T of V equal to AV, where A is the specific matrix here, M cross N matrix. That means if we take here 2 vector R2 and here 3 R3, then A would be 3 cross 2 matrix. Are you getting? Now let's say, is it linear mapping? If you consider 2 vector U and V, where UV belongs to U comma V belongs to Rn, then by the defined mapping this would be A times U plus V. By the rules of matrix addition, this is equal to AU plus AV, and which is equal to actually TU plus TV. Therefore, one condition here satisfied. Other condition, T of alpha times V, where alpha be any scalar field, and by the defined condition of the mapping, this would be A times alpha V, and since this is scalar, so this can remove. This would be A times alpha times V, which we can write as alpha times AV, because here alpha be any scalar. Okay, that means our condition of linearity has satisfied. That means this mapping is a linear map. Okay, well, in my earlier video I had discussed the function f from Rn to Rm is differentiable at a point small x if there exists a Jacobian matrix such that limit norm s tends to 0, f of x plus s minus f of x minus Jacobian of fx times s over norm of s equal to 0. This is the actual definition of differentiability in multivariable calculus. But today I will discuss this topic elaborately. This is just definition of any book. But today I will discuss why this topic. I will discuss elaborately. Consider small f be a function from Rn to Rm. This is the Rn and this is the, consider this is the Rn. That means this is Rn and this is Rm. Consider an arbitrary vector A in Rn. Now I want to see f is differentiable at the point small a. That means at this vector small a. Actually that means I want to approximate independent variable f of x plus h, just recall, minus f of x approximate with a times h, where capital A be the linear map, and I had discussed in my earlier video this linear map as a Jacobian of a matrix. And why capital A be the linear map, I have discussed few minutes ago. I have discussed what is the linearity. I hope now my all viewers have understood what is the linearity. And here this is the dependent variable and small a is be the increment in the independent variable. That means these line imply increment, this is the increment of dependent variable is approximate, because this denoted as approximate is approximate to increment of independent variable. Are you getting this meaning? Therefore this capital A with a linear map from Rn to Rm. This is the linear map. Okay? This I had told in my earlier video, Jacobian matrix. Just looking the real number, since here the approximation. So in real line, consider there exists a real number alpha which is approximate by small number small a. Therefore, that imply there exists a error, and this error is alpha minus a, and the magnitude of this error, if I put mod both sides, this is the magnitude of this error. Okay, that means approximation means always there exists a error, and since here f of x plus a is f of x and a is be the all vector in Rm, but for approximation we have to want a number. So for this just put norm in both sides. That means f of x plus a is minus f of x minus a is, this is this, assign a number which is actually the error of this differentiation. And this is the basic idea of differentiation. And for this approximation there exists always be an error, and this error which is depend on a's is denoted as ea's. This is equal to f of a plus a's minus f of a minus a's. Okay, and this part always be member of Rm. If we draw the picture, notice this is a's and this point be a, consider, then this point would be a plus a is here. If a is goes to 0, then that imply a plus a is tends to a. That means a, then when a goes to 0, then a plus a should be near to a. Here our aim is, as a goes to 0, a is tends to 0. Therefore, our aim is this difference f of a plus a is minus f of a near to a is, then a should be tends to 0 as a tends to 0. Therefore, f is differentiable at the point a means if there exists a matrix capital A from Rn to Rm. This is the linear map such that f of a plus a is minus f of a minus a is equal to e is. This is the error term of this function, and this a is belongs to Rm, and this e is should goes to 0 faster than a is goes to 0. Are you getting this meaning of faster? Just think, this is very important. That means consider two functions f and g which is defined from real line to real line. Then limit x goes to a, fx equal to 0. Also limit x goes to a, gx equal to 0. Here notice both function be equal to 0. But I want to say which goes to 0 faster. Are you getting this meaning? Limit e tends to 0 faster than a tends to 0. As for example, if we consider fx equal to x and gx equal to x square, we all of us know at limit x goes to 0, both function fx and limit x goes to 0, gx both equal to 0. But we all of us know gx goes to 0 faster than fx goes to 0. Actual limit x goes to a, fx goes to 0, then the gx goes to 0 is limit x goes to a, fx over gx should be equal to 0. Okay? For example, if we take fx equal to x to the power n and gx equal to x to the power m, then where n greater than m, then limit x goes to 0, x to the power n over x to the power m equal to 0. This is equal to 0 because n greater than m here. Are you getting the meaning? E is goes to 0 faster than a is goes to 0. That means E is goes to 0 faster than a is goes to 0. Here, since E is belongs to Rm, so at first we have to put it in the real line. Then our actual aim is for this norm of E is. That means now this is belongs to in real number divided by norm is, and since this part B belongs to in real number, then for this we have to prove limit h tends to 0 equal to 0. Therefore, we have to prove for this limit is equal to 0. Therefore, we have approached our original definition of differentiation. This definition is f is differentiable at a point A if there exists a linear map A from Rm to Rn such that limit h tends to 0, norm of f of a plus h minus f of a minus ah over norm of h equal to 0. Where we all of us know this part be the EAs. EAs be the real valued function from Rn to R and this part norm is be the real valued function from Rm to R. That means As goes to norm of EAs, which is the real valued function of Rm to R, and As goes to norm of As, which be the real valued function. Sorry, this is not M, this is N, and this part be the real valued function from Rm to R. And for EAs should be goes to 0 faster than As goes to 0, we have to prove actual this limit As tends to 0, norm of EAs over As, norm of As equal to 0. This is our A, and this is the actual definition of differentiation in multivariable calculus. Then just think, what is the epsilon delta definition of this limit? By this we can tell for all epsilon greater than 0 there exists delta greater than 0 such that 0 less than norm of A is less than delta imply norm of EA is over norm of A is less than epsilon. Actually, this meaning norm of f of A plus A is minus f of A minus A is less than epsilon norm of A. This is the epsilon delta definition of this differentiation in multivariable calculus. And every book has used this definition. Are we getting this meaning of definition? Okay, well. Now can you question me why I have used this notation? EAs goes to 0 faster than A's goes to 0. Just think. Consider f is continuous at the point A, and also consider this linear map A equal to 0. Then EAs would be f of A plus S minus f of A. And since given f is continuous at the point A, that means this is the definition of the continuity. As A goes to 0, EA should be goes to 0. Okay? But we all of us know differentiability be the stronger condition than the continuity. So I have used this notation. Are you getting? Well, I hope now my all viewers have understood about the differentiability of multivariable calculus. And next day I will discuss some question about this topic. Okay, see you soon.